Hello and welcome. My name's Sam and this is the Little Greenhouse Creates. Thank you for joining me today and welcome back to our project 3 of the Autumn to Remember workshop kit. And this today I'm going to be adding in a little bit extra. I'm going to add in the accompanying Autumn to Remember stamp set. I have shown you this previously, but I'm going to focus on this as September to Remember. That's the sentiment I'm going to use today for my page. So I just wanted to show you that not only has it got that, it's also got bountiful blessings, crisp autumn days, and then it's got some beautiful little images that can be stamped out as well. So let us start with our project 3. So I've got my instructions, so we're okay. So we're going to do the left page first. I'm going to add a few extras. So apart from the sentiment is going to change, I'm going to show you something else I'm going to add as well. So the first thing it says, let's pull these aside. So this is my photograph of my son teaching his son to ride his bike. So it was a few years ago. So that's what this is project 3 is going to focus on. It was back in 2022. My goodness, 3 years ago. How time flies when you're having fun. Right, let's move these aside and we can bring in what they are suggesting. So the first thing that it says, using your crushed curry cardstock for base, so obviously this time around you can choose whichever one you want, attach A, B and C. So let's have a look and see what I've got. A, B and C. I think it's going to be these 3, so let's have a look. So this is C. So this is the specialty paper that you will only find in the kit because it's got no thing on the back. So this is C. And this is B. And this is A. Again, this is specialty paper that you'll only find in the kit. So let's see how they're going to place it. So it's suggesting that A goes here. Oh, okay, it's suggesting it goes in order, so that's good. So it's going to have a border around the edge of 1/4 of an inch. Right, so I have got my stamp and seal. I've also got my double-sided tape. I have my glue dots and I have my multi-purpose. But before we start, let's use these removable dots to keep the main piece in place. I'm keeping these ones in this box because I don't want to get them mixed up with my ones that I use for crafting. Otherwise I might find that my things will move. I'm just grabbing my take a pick, pick that one up. I'm just going to pop it there in the top left and down the bottom right as I have done previously. There we go, pop that down. Oh, sit down there, thank you. Pop that straight back in the box. There we go. I think what I need to look out for is one of those dispensers that I can put it in. That would be good. Right, so let's attach our dark side to our page on there. There we go. So we are now in place. So that will hold it still. So I have my first piece. I'm just going to add a few dots of the Stamp and Seal. And it's suggesting 1/4 of an inch from the top and 1/4 of an inch from the bottom. So I'm going to look at that. Is it around the side? And 1/4 of an inch around the side. So we're doing well. Oh, excuse me. This cold of mine just seems to be hanging on like nobody's business. It's really very frustrating. Since COVID hit, I seem to find that these colds hang on a lot more than they used to be. Unless, of course, it's just I'm getting old. Okay, so B gets attached exactly the same along to there. Brilliant. Okay, so let's do the same on this. It's a shame we haven't used this side. I quite like that. I think there was one tiny piece that we used on one of the other pages. Okay, so let's jump that up to there. And there. Okay, so that's that in place. And then we'll do exactly the same with C. Now, obviously, I'm not going to add, you see little paw prints here where Millie's just, while I was cutting, decided she wanted some attention. So thankfully the paper was on the correct side for her to put her paw prints on, and I wasn't getting distressed by the fact that she'd just ruined a piece of cardstock. Right, so there we have our 3 pieces laid down. So our next thing to do is attach D and E. So let's see which is D and E. So we've got here, ooh, hello, send those flying. Right, so that's F, don't need that. That's G, H, and I. So this has got to be D and E, hasn't it? So D is the white and E is the C. So let's see what they've suggested. So we need to layer that together. So let's put it, they want a border around the edge, or suggest a border around the edge. That's perfect. Let's do that with the Stampin' Seal. As I was saying earlier on, I'm going to put the Stampin' Seal in the middle. That way I've got the edges loose, should I need to put an embellishment under it. There. Okay, it's a little bit. Right, we've got that down. So it says now attach F. Okay, so F is this white piece of paper with the picture. Because my photograph has already got a white border, I didn't think the white on white worked. So I cut myself a matching piece of pecan pie so that I can attach my photo onto the pecan pie and then attach my photograph onto there. And I think that works better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my tear and tape for the photograph. So let's put that with that. Because of course these instructions are, okay, they're instructions to tell you how to create the exact page that they're showing you, but obviously you could, and many do, deviate from the instructions and add your own style to it, which once you get more confident is the kits are a great bouncing off starter kit, but you obviously want to, there we go, sorry, I'm just concentrating as well as trying to talk to you. Yeah, no, I should be able to do 2 things at once, but apparently not. Okay, so you can do your own interpretation of the kit. Right, so it says attach F. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach this section to here first. And okay, it's lining up with the right hand side. And how far from the top? It's suggesting about 2 inches. So we've got 1, 2, so we can move it up a bit to about there. That works for me. Okay, so we're aiming it to about this line here. So let's again just add a few of these. Oops. Oh, why is it doing that today? Oh, it's not clever, is it? Okay, you're being difficult. Let's just add a bit of glue. Can't it? There we go. It's going on strike this morning. It's too cold. All right, so we're going to nudge it up to the edge, like so, and have it level with the 10 1/4. There, perfect. So that is now down. And now we can attach our photograph. It's suggesting that the photograph is approximately 1/4 of an inch away from there. So let's see, that looks approximately, doesn't it? Okay, so let's add our glue. As my Stampin' Seal seems to be going on strike. I have another one, so I'll go and grab that in a second. So it needs to be further up because we're going to put a sentiment underneath. There we go. Perfect. Oh dear. I don't want that. The wriggle room was too much wriggle room. There we go. So I'm just going to lean across and bring in my other Stampin' Seal. There we go. Let's fingers crossed that one's going to work a bit better. Lovely. So that's that. So the next thing it says to do, I've already done that. Dovetail and attach 3 G, H and I. So these are these 3 little pieces here, and they're going to go up to the top, and they literally want you to dovetail them so that they've got like little banners coming out from the top. Just bear with me for a second. The dog is getting a little bit restless and I'm just going to let her out. Sorry about that. Apparently I was late with toothbrushes. Quite funny, my husky knows things to the letter, and she will be there if you're late with it. Okay, so let's dovetail this. So where I did it the other day is I went up and then side to side with my larger scissors. Let's try it the other way. I don't want to make too much of a crease. So we're going to do, there we go. So we're going to start from the bottom and up to the top of the crease here. Okay. Okay, well that works, doesn't it? Let's try it with the other 2. The other 2 are a bit smaller, so it might not be as easy. Let's have a look. So fold it over, crease it, and cut. Okay. I suppose, well, you just do it which is easier for you, really, don't you? But this seems to work for me, so I'm going to go for it. Obviously, I don't want a crease slap bang in the middle of my dovetails, but there we go. Once you've laid them flat, it should be fine. So it's suggesting that the dovetails go there, there, and there. Now, I'm not going to stick them down just yet because I've got my sentiment to go in and I want to make sure they fit perfectly because my sentiment's going to go there. Right, it now says we can attach our embellishments. So as I say, it's suggesting the dovetails, which are up there. Then we've got our sentiment to go here. So let's stamp that next. So as I said, I'm going to use September to Remember. I have that's a piece of white cardstock that's going to go about there. So that's 1.5 by 4 inches. And I've got my scrap paper and a pad underneath. I'm just going to grab my pecan pie. Actually, should I do pecan pie? Or shall I go for, let's go for Calypso Coral. No, Cajun Craze. Cajun Craze, there we go. Right. So, never used it before, so I'm just going to try and take the stickiness off of it. I'm then going to stamp it. Cajun Craze is one I don't use that often. There we go. So, push. So what I suggest is you stamp it, ink up the sentiment, and then you stamp it on a piece of paper just a couple of times to make sure that it's okay. I'm going to take the pad to the stamp this time as it's quite big. Might get a better print. Let's try again, shall we? Okay, so it's this bit down here. I'm just going to last time, and then we will stamp it up on the paper. Right. Yep, okay, I'm happy with that. So let's do this now. So we're going to literally ink up the stamp again with the Cajun Craze. I'm going to bring in my piece of white cardstock. I've got my pad to give it my little bit of bounce, and I'm going to place it and straight down. Hold it for a couple of seconds and then straight up. Excellent, I'm happy with that. Good. All right, so that will sit on there like that. Perfect. Now the next thing it says to do are to add the embellishments down here, and it's given me, what's it given me? It's given me a little circle with a wreath of leaves and another circle which is bigger of more trees, and then it's suggesting the tree trunk. It goes there, and it's got two little sentiments, which I've got as, now I think this is where I've actually changed it. I've got days to remember, is the one I've chosen, and you are amazing. So that is what it's going to look like. Oh, hang on, I've forgotten my little leaf that will go into there. So that was what the end result is going to be. Oh, I'm still going. I've found another piece. This is good. So this is like three little banner, three little pieces of banner, which can go there. Or you could tuck it under. So this is where not sticking it all the way down is quite good. And just tuck it under like so. Oh, come on. There we go. It's because it's going over there. Oh, come on. There we go. Thank you very much. And it will sit like that. What do I think? What do I think? Not sure I like that. I think I'm going to leave that off. Right. So let me attach these and I will come straight back. So there you go. What I've done is I've stuck those down flat with Stampin' Seal. The sentiment September to Remember is raised up on dimensionals. Both stickers were stuck down again with my Stampin' Seal. My tree trunk is on the glue dot. I've got my leaf up there with a dimensional, and then the days to remember and you are amazing are flat. So the only thing I haven't added is my little bit of information. So I've got my pen and I'm just going to write on that quickly. Let's move that out of the way. There we go. So this is Bike Lesson, Stratford upon Avon. Okay, and then I'm just going to run my Stampin' Seal. Why should I do that? Actually, no, I'm going to do a little bit of glue. It might make it easier for me. Just a line of glue. That's if it will come out. Come on, there we go. And pop that under. Like so. So that is our first page. So let's very carefully remove that and we can go on to our second page. Yep, it did come off perfect. Right, let's bring that into there. We'll straighten this up and then we will attach our crushed curry page on straight away. So let us, oh, excuse me, turn to our second page and read the instructions. So again, I've got these little photographs of my grandson. He's doing his little bike lessons with his dad, which is quite sweet really, because it brings back lots of memories for myself and my husband, because we taught our eldest to ride his bike and then he taught his siblings to ride their bikes. And whenever we tried to get involved, we were told, go away, Kieran's showing us how to do it. So it was quite interesting. Okay, so let us put those aside for a second and read the instructions of what to do next. So it says, using the crushed cardstock for base, attach 3J, 3K and 3L. So these are our three banners, obviously. So 3L is this piece. Right, again we are going for a 1/4 of an inch top and bottom, and let's see if I can get this to behave itself for me. Sometimes it can be quite cold in my office, and therefore things become a little bit harder to work with, but we're doing okay. It's much better than when I used to have my office, which was in the greenhouse, hence the name. Right, so that's that one. Next thing we attach is this one. Okay, that's going to bump up to there. Again, we will... My husband had a beautiful wooden greenhouse many years ago. It was the only place when the kids were growing up that I could get peace and quiet and just 10 minutes to myself to create something. So I used to find me, if I was missing, you could find Aunt Mummy in the greenhouse. And I wasn't growing flowers. That was his hobby, or is his hobby. Right, okay, so let's add those together straight up. Perfect, lovely. Okay, so that is obviously the reverse of the previous page. It says now attach M and N. So this is M and N. So N and M. So this time the paper is covered up fully. There we go. Right, so again I'm going to add little bits of onto the back of this. There we go. So we're going to have a little border all the way round. And we can stick straight down. Very pretty paper. Now the that is going to be bumped up to there again, and we're going for 2.5, 2.25. So it's there. Let's just make sure that it is in the same place, because obviously we don't want to be, no, goes up a bit. Oh, I see what the problem is. This paper, this is bigger, this part over this side. Let's bring it over so you can actually see what I'm talking about. Always helps. This is slightly smaller than this piece of paper, but it's in roughly the same place, so I'm happy with that. So we're going to attach that up to there at about 2.25. I'm going to use my glue this time just so that I've got wriggle room. I'm not adding lots because obviously there might be something I need to put underneath. So there we go. And down. Now this kit is in the last chance section on the online. So do, if you want to have some autumn Stampin' Up scrapbooking pages, then please pop over there today and you should be able to still get it. As when I recorded this video, it was still available. Right, okay, do not use adhesive on the top of 3M. For other pieces can be tucked underneath. Okay, that's fine. It's going under there, okay. Right, so it now says attach 3O, P, Q and R, which are these 4 blank pieces of white. Now obviously I don't mind using the white on this time because the photographs that I've got don't have the white edging, and it's going on to the pecan pie cardstock. So it wants me to add these, my 4 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to bring them down a touch, close up, down and close up. Yeah, and it's about 1/4 inch from the brown paper to the white. So I'm happy with that, and I'm just going to attach each one with a bit of the Stampin' Seal. Just going to line those up with each of them, so hopefully we've got the same distance top and bottom. So that's that one. Again, that can go on add those in. For those of you that don't know, our scrapbooking new set of scrapbooking pages have been released. They were released on the 7th of January, and they're available. But at the moment they are only online to be purchased. So if you need to purchase your scrapbooking or want to have a look, then please pop along to the online shop and they will be there for your perusal. Excellent. Okay, so now we're going to attach our photographs. So let's see where we're going. So Kieran is looking to me here, and they're all looking that way, the two of them. I think we're going to go with them like so. There we go. I think I like that. Work out. Now they've suggested the tear and tape again, so let's find that. That's over here. So a bit of tear and tape in the middle on each of these. So as I said, this was back in 2022 in the 11th of September. Right, there we go. Now I'll go on to there. Perfect. So just going to level it up so make sure it is even on all sides. And once it is, I am going just to press down the middle. There we go. There we go. And same with this one. And, oh, excuse me, same with this one. Now I go by the instructions on the instructions. I go by the instructions on the instructions for how to stick everything down. Obviously with the papers and stuff you can be use what you have. However, when attaching the photographs I always go by what they're saying, and for this they're actually saying the tear and tape, which means that it is approved for the photographs and there won't be any damaging to the photographs. Okay, so they are now attached. We've got to dovetail our embellishments. So again, we are back to embellishments. Am I being too clever if I do it with 3 and then fold? Let's have a look. Bend, pinch. Whether or not I can cut it with the papers, with the scissors, isn't it? Oh, look at that. Hey ho. Excellent. So these 3 now go underneath my card. So let's have a look. So they're going to sit under there like that. Then we've got the sentiment that says happy days. So that will pop onto there. We have 2 sort of journaling circles, one there and one there. So I'm just going to pop on here 11th of September 22. There we are. Not quite sure what I'm going to put there. I'll think about that one for the moment. And then I've got this beautiful cutout for the word grateful, which I thought was very appropriate there. And then you've got these 2 little wooden hearts that match up onto there. And that is the embellishments for this page. Obviously you could add more or take away, whichever is. I mean, I could take, I've got 2 leaves here. Let's have a look. I'm just going to maybe just add these leaves. Reason being is I don't have anything else I want to put on here. I've already said that it's, you know, bike riding or bike lessons in Stratford upon Avon. I've got the date now, so I didn't really want to put any more information on it. So I think I'm going to add those 2 leaves there and leave it like that. So bear with me while I stick everything down and I shall come straight back. Right, we're all attached now. So the banners are down with Stamp and Seal. Same with the 2 circles. The leaves are up on dimensionals, and I used glue to multi-purpose glue to attach the grateful. It was the easiest thing, just a very thin line to go underneath. So that are our 2 pages, the last 2 pages of our project Autumn to Remember. As I said, as of time of videoing this, they were on the last chance pages, so do pop over there. I know you can still get the pages, it's just the kit as far as I'm aware that is in the last chance section. So thank you ever so much for joining me this week. We will be back next week with a card, so do join me then and we'll see what we get up to. Thanks ever so much. Have a wonderful weekend. Take care. Bye. If you'd like to see the stills for this card, if you'd like to see the stills for this scrapbooking page, don't forget to pop over to Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest and on my blog. Thank you. Bye.